Have you ever walked into a room feeling completely normal and walked out feeling tense, uneasy, or inexplicably sad, without a single clear reason why? No argument, no bad news, no obvious threat, just a subtle shift. Your shoulders tighten, your breathing changes, your thoughts begin to drift toward the negative, and you tell yourself, it's probably nothing. But what if it wasn't nothing? What if, in that room, someone else was quietly unraveling, and your mind absorbed it like a sponge absorbs water? Because here's the uncomfortable truth. Sometimes the emotions you feel aren't born inside you. They're picked up, silently, automatically, without your consent. Psychologists have a term for this invisible emotional transmission. They call it emotional contagion, the phenomenon where emotions spread from one person to another the same way a virus spreads through a population. No physical contact required, no conversation necessary, sometimes not even awareness. A raised eyebrow, a change in posture, a sigh that lingers a second too long. Your brain notices before you do. So the question becomes far more unsettling than, why do I feel like this? The real question is, why is the human mind so vulnerable to emotions that aren't its own? Why does your brain treat another person's anxiety as if it were a personal threat? And why does this process happen fastest when you're not paying attention? To answer that, we have to peel back the layers of your mind to a place far older than logic, reason, or self-awareness. Segment 1. Emotional contagion as a survival instinct. Long before society, before language, before even complex thought, emotion was information. It wasn't something to discuss, it was a signal, a cue, a warning. Picture a group of early humans huddled near a fire. Shadows flicker across their faces. One person suddenly stiffens. Their eyes dart. Their breathing sharpens. A muscle twitches. No one explains it. No words are spoken. There's no debate. None is needed. Fear moves faster than language, faster than reasoning. Within seconds, everyone is on edge. Hearts race, muscles coil, senses sharpen. They're ready to run, to fight, to survive. Those who felt it instantly lived. Those who hesitated didn't. That split-second reaction is where emotional contagion was born. Not in weakness, not in overthinking, but in survival. Your brain learned to pick up on feelings before you could even name them. Feeling became faster than thinking. Think about it. Reacting instantly mattered more than understanding why. Evolution doesn't discard what works. Even when the world changes, that mechanism stays. Today, the same wiring triggers in conference rooms, classrooms, crowded streets, and dinner tables. Your nervous system interprets emotional shifts as danger signals, real or imagined. Fear in a friend can make your chest tighten. Excitement in a coworker can make your pulse quicken. Stress in the room can make your stomach knot, even if there's no fire, no predator, no real threat. Your body hasn't caught up with the world. It still assumes emotion equals survival. Segment 2. What happens inside your brain? At the heart of this lies a neurological shortcut, mirror neurons. These are tiny cells that fire when you do something, but also when you watch someone else do it. Eating an apple? Fire. Watching someone eat an apple? Fire. And it goes beyond movement, it mirrors emotion too. See someone stressed? Your brain rehearses that stress. Someone embarrassed? Your brain whispers, I feel that too. Someone afraid? Your amygdala prepares for impact before you even realize what's happening. It's automatic, subconscious, instant. Your body reacts first. Your mind explains later. That's why emotional contagion can feel confusing. By the time you start asking, why do I feel this way? You're already in it, already affected. And here's the kicker. The more empathetic or socially tuned you are, the more vulnerable you become. Sensitivity isn't armor. It's an open door. Every glance, every sigh, every frown is picked up. Every laugh or cheer spreads faster. Being tuned in has a cost. Feeling the room deeply means you also absorb the room's pain, anxiety, excitement, or fear. You can't switch it off, not completely. Segment 3. When emotional contagion escapes the room. Now let's zoom out. Scale this effect. Imagine it beyond firelight, beyond face-to-face. In 2014, Facebook ran an experiment. They tweaked the emotional tone of users' feeds just a little. More positive posts for some, more negative for others. No one knew, no instructions, no persuasion. And it worked. People's own posts shifted, negativity spread, positivity echoed. Simple exposure was enough. No words, no debate, just feelings transferred. It's unsettling, isn't it? Human emotions don't need reasoning to spread, they only need contact. Now step away from the screen. Think about everyday life. Families where anxiety runs quietly through everyone. Workplaces where burnout feels like an invisible virus. Friend groups where one person's bitterness slowly seeps into everyone. Emotional contagion doesn't announce itself. It doesn't knock. It sneaks in, blends, and feels normal. It can feel like your own emotion, even when it isn't. That's its power, its danger, its beauty. You are never just alone with your feelings. You are part of a network, wired to share, react, and absorb without thinking. And that network, that invisible web of emotion, has been keeping humans alive for hundreds of thousands of years. So the next time someone's mood hits you hard, remember, it's not just sympathy. It's biology. It's history. It's your survival instinct talking. And yes, it still matters, even if the fire you face is just a looming deadline. The twist in application. You might be thinking, interesting, but I'm not that affected by others. That belief is exactly the problem. Emotional contagion hits hardest when you think you're in control. You don't need a disorder, be overly emotional, or even care about others. All you need is a nervous system. Think of the last time you felt emotionally drained after a social interaction. No conflict, no drama, yet you felt hollow, irritable, or foggy. That wasn't random. Your body was processing emotions it didn't generate. When someone around you is anxious, their breathing shifts, their tone tightens, micro-expressions flicker, and your brain notices faster than words ever could. It asks, if they're tense, what do they know that I don't? Stress hormones rise, heart rate nudges up, thoughts narrow. Anxiety spreads faster than reassurance, panic feels unstoppable, and negativity outweighs positivity. Fear demands attention, calm does not. Here's the twist. You're not just a receiver, you're a carrier. Every time you mask frustration, suppress resentment, or insist you're fine, your body still broadcasts it. Emotional contagion doesn't need honesty, only proximity. Toxic environments aren't metaphorical. They're emotional ecosystems where stress circulates endlessly. And the scariest part? Sometimes the emotion you're trying to escape is the one you're spreading. So here's the question most avoid. If emotions can infect you without notice, how much of your inner life is actually yours? How many bad days started in someone else's head? How many insecurities were absorbed, not discovered? How many fears were learned without a word being spoken? Once you notice emotional contagion, you can't unsee it. You sense mood shifts before conversations begin. Feel tension in a room before anyone speaks. Notice emotions changing too fast to be organic. And if emotions spread this easily, what about beliefs? Paranoia, rage, hopelessness? History is full of moments when entire populations felt something together. Fear, devotion, hatred, without knowing why. One person, one feeling. Then another mirrors it. Until suddenly what felt personal is contagious. If emotions spread unnoticed, how sure are you your thoughts are truly your own?